Hello YouTubers, beer geeks, and beer hounds alike. Bill here. We're going to do a beer review today. This one is by Belching Beaver Brewery, and it's called High Expectations Hazy India Pale Ale, and it comes in at 6.7% alcohol by volume, and that's what the can looks like. Pretty groovy can. I picked this up at Total Wine & More for like 12 bucks, 13 bucks out the door for 4 pints. It says here, High Expectations Hazy IPA. It's a pleasure to bring you High Expectations, a hazy IPA from Paul Segura from Carl Strauss and myself, Troy Smith from Belching Beaver. Paul and I share a mutual appreciation of two things: brewing amazing beer and listening to epic music. We at Belching Beaver are super excited to bring you this delicious work of brewing artistry. Cheers, Troy. It says store cold and drink fresh. Oh yeah, that's the only way to have an IPA. There's a date here, 8/5/20, so that would put this at less than 2 weeks old. Once again, that's what the can looks like. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Cheech and Chong a little bit. That must be those two guys. Yeah, I see they're both holding joints like Cheech and Chong. See the joints in their hands? It's pretty cool. Alright, well, I've never seen this before, never heard of it, nothing. So let's see what we got here. Let's get it crack open. I've tried a few Belching Beaver beers before. Nothing very memorable, unfortunately. So hopefully this will be changing that forgettable beers to hopefully unforgettable, because usually when they're unforgettable we won't forget to buy them again, especially fresh like this, man. That is really fresh, less than 2 weeks. I'm very impressed. Let me see if I can find out where these guys are from while the head calms down there. Oceanside, California. Okay, so that's maybe an hour and a half drive from here, Orange County. So that's probably the reason we're getting it real fresh here in Orange County, California. So Oceanside's just a little hour and a half south of here, maybe just an hour. Groovy can. Alright, so we have a big, frothy, creamy, silky, foamy head that's a little bit loose. And we have a hazy light orange color. You can't really see any of the sharpness of the light through it, so it definitely looks like a New England style. It just says hazy IPA, India Pale Ale. It doesn't say anything about if it's a New England style or not, but it definitely looks like a New England style, which is cool because that's my favorite style. Looks pretty damn good, actually. I'm not expecting much because the price wasn't that bad. So usually when the price isn't very much, you don't get their super awesome New England style beers. Usually you have to pay for those. So I'm not expecting much because the beer was pretty inexpensive. But we shall see. You never know. I could get surprised. Yeah. Looks pretty good though. You can see a little tiny bit through it. See? Barely though. A really legit New England style, you're not going to see anything at all through it because it's thicker. Almost like a orange juice. Alright, well, let's get an aroma on this puppy. Yeah, right up front I'm getting like citrusy kind of tropical notes. Yeah, like guava, orange peel, a little lemon zest. It's just like tropical notes, but there's also like a zestiness to it. Maybe like a little grapefruit. But the aroma is pretty light actually. So let's get a hit. Cheers. That tastes pretty good. That's not bad at all. Taste follows the aroma. There's an interesting, I think it's guava that I'm tasting. There's a note in there that's a fruity note that's standing out. All right. Okay, well, I was going to pause it because of the trash truck, but they stopped, so. It's got a few fruity notes in there and some hoppy notes. So got like kind of guava-ish, orangey, lemony, zesty, a little grapefruity. Kind of tropically, but light. Tropical light. Maybe a slight melon of some sort. It's got like a green kind of a hop note. Like a hop cone type of a note going in there. But there's I think it's guava that I'm really picking up. It's pretty damn tasty. This has a kind of a medium mouthfeel. It's a little bit watery, a little bit thin. But it is only 6.8%. Let's see if we can pick up anything else here. Cheers. There's like a malt sweetness coming through as well. Well, it's definitely enjoyable. It's not quite like a straight up legit New England style, but it's borderlining. It's like a kind of a entry level like New England style. It's pretty good. Pretty good head retention, some good lacing on the glass. It's a very well constructed beer. Definitely so far this is the best Belching Beaver beer I've tried. No doubt about it. Alright, so I'm going to pause it for a minute, drink it down a little bit, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, I'm back. So basically, all the notes that I mentioned earlier are there, but there's definitely some fruit note, some kind of a fruit note that's in there that I can taste, but I have no idea what it is, what it's called. But there's a note in there that I'm picking up that I can't describe it, but it does taste good, whatever that note is. I think the closest guess I can get is guava. I might be totally wrong though. It could be some kind of weird berry, or some kind of weird melon, or some kind of fruit. But there's a fruit in there, or it's a hop. It's a hop note that I'm picking up that mimics some kind of fruit that I can't really describe, but it's there. If you buy the beer and you drink it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this is a pretty tasty beer, I have to admit it. It's a pretty damn good beer. So let's see if we can swill it one more time, pick up something else, and we'll wrap it up. Cheers. It's almost like some kind of melon or something that I'm just not putting two and two together. It's almost like watermelon rind. It's almost kind of tastes like watermelon. You ever bite into watermelon rind? It's kind of like that. This is really good. There's no bitterness or nothing. It's very well balanced. It's very tasty. It's very refreshing. It's very well constructed beer. I'm very happy with this beer. I'm going to buy this again. This is a tasty beer. It's low enough in ABVs you can session with them for a while. Cheers. Very tasty. Best Belching Beaver beer I've had so far, bar none. High expectations. Definitely met my expectations, and then some. So on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, 2.5 being C, just average, I'm going to give this puppy a 4.3. It's that good. It's not overly hoppy, but it's really got some nice fruity hop notes in there, and it's very tasty. So 4.3 it is. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. I'll have the description of this beer at the bottom of the video in the description section. Please like and subscribe. I'd much appreciate that. I'm going to give this puppy 2 horns up. It's pretty tasty, and I enjoyed it. And I will be picking it up again. Alright, well, y'all have an awesome day, and we'll check you later. See ya.